Creative Commons is a non-profit organization founded in 2001 by Lawrence Lessig, a Harvard law professor and a political activist. Its board consists of respected and established academics, experts, journalists, educators, including professors from MIT, Stanford, and American University. Creative Commons' purpose as an organization is to provide an alternative to the current copyright licensing system and to the limitations of its established all rights reserved approach in order to build richer public domain needed for and by the new artistic creative methods, practices, and communication. There are already hundreds of millions of works around the world published under Creative Commons licenses, and the number of creators and users grow every day. Creative Commons offers a number of licenses that are available to every creator to use as his or her work becomes public. These licenses are not a replacement for copyright per se now, but they do replace different negotiations for particular rights that would be necessary under the standard licensing system. It is an alternative copyright management system, allowing for a wide variety of permissions and clearances regarding one's copyrighted work according to one's preferences, so the work can be shared in a methodical and controlled way that does not stifle further creative use of it. There are presently 6 different Creative Commons licenses, all requiring that the creator is given a credit as such, but each representing a different combination of permissions and limitations regarding the use of the copyrighted work. The first one is the attribution-only license, which allows for any and all uses of the work, including for the commercial purposes, and only requires crediting the author as the creator. Now, since, as I said, all the Creative Commons licenses require the attribution of the work to the original author, we will skip that part of the license description from this point, but be aware that it is the requirement of every license, okay? Okay, so the second license is no derivatives license, which allows any and all kinds of redistribution of the work, sharing of the work, right? Even commercial in nature, but the work must remain as is and not modified in any way, meaning it does not allow for the creation of a derivative work, thus the name no derivatives. The third one is non-commercial share-alike license. This license permits all non-commercial uses and requires that the user shares the new work under the same type of license. The fourth license is share-alike only license, which allows any and all use of the work, including the commercial purposes, as long as the user shares the new work under the same type of license. The fifth license is non-commercial license. This license allows for any and all use of the work as long as it is for non-commercial purposes. And the last one is non-commercial no derivatives license, which allows only for non-commercial sharing of the original work as is, with no modifications and creation of derivatives. So you can see how virtually all the possible preferences by the creators are covered under these licenses, and how simple and easy it becomes to share one's work with others in different ways without ambiguities and the need for negotiations present in the standard system. It should also be pointed out that each license, as it is applied to a particular work, comes in 3 so-called license layers. The first layer, called the legal code layer, is written in a traditional legal language in text format regarding the particular provisions of the chosen license. The second layer, called a commons deed, is the text format version of that same legal one, except using common, easy-to-understand language, so it's also known as the human-readable layer. The third layer is the information about the license created in computer code, readable and recognizable by software systems and search engines. This layer is referred to as the machine-readable layer. And that's it, your Creative Commons primer. If you're serious about sharing your music with others in different ways, or if you want others to be able to use your music to create remixes, mashups, samples, or to use it in any other creative way, you should probably consider Creative Commons licenses as the way to do it. Just go to creativecommons.org and see about the procedure to register your licenses. It's free and easy to do, and it might open a whole new world for you. But don't forget what we said earlier, that Creative Commons is not a replacement for copyright. You should still register your compositions and recordings with the Copyright Office and do all the other things we talked about throughout the course when it comes to managing your music. Creative Commons is an addition to all that, which will make sharing your music with others in a controlled way easier and more productive. So, as imperfect and as behind times our current copyright system is, particularly regarding different uses issues, as we have seen, it is the law of the land and the backbone of all the music industry regulations and business systems. The more we know about it, the better we will be able to function in the industry, the more we will be able to accomplish, and the easier our road forward will be. Of course, as the copyright code evolves and gets modified over time, so will the music industry regulations and business paths. So we need to stay actively connected and informed, making sure that we are aware of all the legal and legislative changes that impact the industry, provided that is not as creative, exciting, and exhilarating as composing, recording, performing, or making deals, but it is just as important for productive participation in the industry today. So stay connected, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.